Do you love music? How does music make you feel? Would you rather be listening to music or playing an instrument? Do you love poetry and want to write songs? Have you ever been in or wanted to play with a band or an orchestra? Have you considered what it takes to be a professional musician? Like playing an instrument but not interested in it as a career? Perhaps playing music is your cherished hobby and time to relax. For many people, music is socialization, relaxation, and stress relief after a busy day at school or work. Perhaps you want to be an amateur musician, a teacher, a performer, sharing your gift and having fun playing local gigs, solo or band, group courses, and just being a musical weekend warrior. And maybe along the way you develop new friends, new fans, and even a little extra cash to help pay the bills. Have your eye on becoming a professional? You may have set your heart on music as a career. Perhaps not just as a performer, but considering many different jobs such as music accountant, music attorney, festival coordinator, sound engineer, producer, radio host, artist manager, recording artist, photographer, videographer, set designers, tour managers, singers, songwriters. You can become in control of your own destiny and create your own special path to success. Let's hear from some people in different roles.
Primarily what got me into audio engineering was playing music, trying to record my own bands, and just hitting a wall. I would record, I'd set everything up like what I thought would look cool and would work, and then I'd go and try to mix it, and I'd listen, and it wouldn't sound as good as I wanted it to sound. And I tried, watched YouTube videos and everything, and I just hit a wall. I couldn't get any farther. So I decided to go to school to learn how to record myself better, and then discovered that I just loved engineering there and loved producing and the whole thing.
I wanted a practical job in the music industry and still work with musicians and artists and bands that I liked and enjoyed.
What got me into audio engineering is basically my love for music, and since I can't play any instruments and I like technical stuff, so I decided to go to school for audio engineering. Besides, what's a better way to work on music other than recording and mixing, right?
I would just listen to the same records over and over again on my Discman and headphones, and I was always curious as to why records would sound different, different drum sounds, even though it was by the same band. They would be released like a couple years apart, but the records sounded vastly different, so I was really curious as to why that was happening, and it just grew from there.
Let's talk a little bit more about the music industry through the eyes of someone who wants to be a performer. Maybe you thought the fastest way to success was to win American Idol, The Voice, or America's Got Talent. But how many people make it this way versus the hard work it takes to build a career from the ground up? Let's look at some of the skills you need to make it in the music business. Talent. Money. Exposure. Persistence. Talent is important, but there are tens of thousands of people with musical talent. Only one of those 10,000 are likely to make it big. The music business is expensive, and without money to build an infrastructure and marketing, it's difficult to get forward momentum. Exposure is key, and radio play, public appearances on media of all sorts, and playing before a crowd is still essential to a musician's success and their paycheck. However, in today's environment, social media exposure on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and more are the gold standard measurements for success and the leverage needed to be able to perform for higher levels of pay. What about the business side of music? The reality is that the music industry is constantly changing. Streaming has replaced CDs, which replaced cassettes, which replaced vinyl records, yet the dollar reimbursement a recording artist or songwriter makes has gone down with each evolution of technology. Music now reaches out to films, theater productions, television, festivals, and above all, concerts, which continue to grow. Numbers of opening acts have increased, as have the high-stakes revenue for the headline acts. The music industry is about understanding the business side, not just the music side. It's about surrounding yourself with good people, working hard at your craft, being willing to sacrifice, sometimes for many years, and being smart about handling your money. Understanding contracts, seeking legal advice as needed, having a good accountant, hiring a trusted manager, and continually learning and adjusting the route you take to adapt to changing industry requirements.
Dude, I serve a society by rocking, okay? I'm out there on the front lines liberating people with my music. Rocking ain't no walk in the park, lady.